Okay, hey guys, my first video on IntroShem. I'm going to be trying to do more long form content videos. This is going to be essentially a breakdown on my trade on NASDAQ today. I took it on an eval on my funded futures. I'm actually documenting the journey on Instagram. So if you're curious, follow IntraShem, INTRASHEM on Instagram. I'll be posting daily recaps. Unfortunately, Monday, Tuesday, there were no trades, or actually, fortunately, because I managed my risk correctly. And today I happened to take a trade. So to start off the day, clear London low of day. Asia obviously traded in consolidation like it always does. London came, and then we're actually reacting off an hourly fair value gap or imbalance here. So London is sponsored. I had marked off into market open. Let me just mark off market open for you guys. So this is market open starting here, right there. So essentially, essentially, I had marked off this 15-minute fair value gap, and then these buy side levels that I believe the price would take out. This was a key one. This is previous day high because price when it came down in London, it took out previous day low on both indices, on both ES and Nasdaq. So coming into market open, it immediately became choppy. It was going up. We can go on the lower time frame for this. Um, Here you go. Okay, so we open up, we go, and then just this whole death candle that goes down. Super random. We had Asia high here. That I was kind of hoping that we wouldn't tap into, but and then we wouldn't tap into. We would retrace into an imbalance, and I would have taken a position towards this level. Either way, that didn't happen. So um, my time to trade was 9:45 to 10:15. So I was waiting for the 10 o'clock news to come out. The 4 hour opened up. Obviously, we came back in. There was nothing for me to kind of take longs from, because after this whole death candle situation, I was very indecisive. I mean, I did come into the morning being more long bias, right? Because we have clear levels. London low of day. London low was sponsored even. So I waited. There's no entry for me regardless. Either way, we start to push up during the 10 o'clock candle, breaking through this buy side liquidity, both on ES as well at the same time, which is good because there's no SMT. And then we have our previous day high here um, that I was kind of waiting for to tap into. Um, ideally, ideally before this 11 o'clock candle, I would have wanted. We can go down to the lower time frame here. So ideally, ideally, I would have wanted price to tap into this 15-minute gap, sweep out this, clean up the equilibrium, so the 50% of this range of this gap, and then we can go and take out previous day high. Unfortunately, when the 11 o'clock candle opened up, and we can go to the 1 minute time frame for this, we ended up taking out at 11 o'clock, taking out previous day high right here. So this is previous day high, also New York PM high of yesterday. Um, and so that being the case, I was like, okay, if the hourly candle wants to open up high, I'm assuming that it wants to come down, right? And if it wants to come down, it's going to target an imbalance that hasn't been targeted yet, maybe like an unmitigated 15-minute, which we have, right? We have that. That's exactly what I wanted price to go into before we went to PDH or previous day high, but instead we went to PDH. So what's my target now? This unmitigated 15-minute, right? If price wants to keep going higher, which is clearly the bias for today and which literally played out, But if it wants to go higher, it has to go into this 15-minute gap. I mean, it doesn't have to, because clearly it doesn't here, but it's a great um, essential area of liquidity that you could target, right? So when price opens up, I'm already like short bias. Okay, price opens up, takes out this level, takes out this high as well. That's liquidity. We're in a 15-minute gap here to the downside. And even if there wasn't a 15-minute gap here, I would still look for downside because the hourly opened up, took out this level immediately, right? So I'm looking for the short bias. Price ends up opening up a 2-minute IVG. And so on this close right here, I took my short. Okay, I put the stop loss there, and and my TP was 50% of this 15-minute gap. Okay, it was also a level of a 5-minute gap that's unmitigated, and then I also had partials on this no wick 5-minute candle here that also had an unmitigated 5-minute gap. So what ends up happening is we can go on the 2-minute because it's a bit more clearer. So after closing in, we immediately go higher. So first off, I could have gotten a better entry, and then came back down, hit this internal low. Okay, this internal low is where I go break even. This is where I go risk off, and I'm no longer risking any capital on this trade. This is important. Every time you take a trade, if your TP is not immediate, you need to set levels where you're gonna go break even. This is where I was gonna go break even. If price really wanted to go to this 50% right here, it needed to break through this level, and clearly it didn't. Right? So I had to set up for the short. It didn't break through this level. I'm now break even. Okay. And at this point, obviously, the trade on this eval, my first trade on this eval, ends up being a break even, and we keep going higher, which was the bias for the day. So unfortunately, this trade was break even, but better than a loss, right? You have to manage your trades, and you have to manage your risk essentially, right? If you're going to say you're going to go break even at that level, and that is it, right? I would rather manage my risk effectively than gamble away the capital on this eval. And obviously, I'm trying to pass this eval, so I do need to risk. And so if I'm going to risk big to pass this eval faster, I need to manage my risk. So for today, it was a break even trade. I'm going to start doing more of these. If I take any trades, I'm going to post an analysis, and maybe I can get, I don't know, some feedback from people, or see um, if they like the content, or if they have any questions or anything like that. This is going to be more of like unedited. Kind of just gonna talk about the trade itself, and that's about it. If you're having trouble understanding some concepts, drop a comment down below, and I would love to make a video about some topics that people are kind of struggling with. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you at the next one.